Somewhere inside one of James Webb's deepest images sits a tiny red speck most people would scroll past. But astronomers stopped cold when they looked closer, because that dot was hiding something that should not exist. Inside it sits a black hole so massive, it outweighs its entire surrounding galaxy. We are talking about an object that may have grown to full size before its host galaxy even finished forming. Stop and think about that. The thing supposed to be the side effect somehow showed up first. And if that timeline is real, everything we thought we understood about galaxies and black holes might be backwards. These objects are now called little red dots, and Webb has found a huge number of them scattered across the early universe, dating back to within the first 1.5 billion years after the Big Bang. A team of astronomers compiled one of the largest samples of these dots, and a large fraction showed clear signs of growing supermassive black holes. The real shock came when scientists tried to weigh one directly. They found it so overmassive that it may have formed before its host galaxy had a chance to develop at all. Imagine building the engine of a car before the car itself exists. That is essentially what the universe seems to have done, and nobody has a clean explanation for how. Here is where it gets stranger. Astronomers have long observed a tight link between a galaxy's mass and its central black hole, where bigger galaxies come with bigger black holes. But in these little red dots, that link breaks down completely. The black holes punch wildly above their weight class, and one idea is that they may be exceeding the Eddington limit, the speed limit for how fast a black hole can feed. If that is really happening, matter is falling into these monsters faster than physics says it should allow. So, scientists asked a deeper question. What if our methods for measuring these black holes simply do not work this far back in time? Some researchers think the tools used to estimate black hole mass nearby may not apply at such extreme distances, making the masses look unexpectedly large. One idea involves a strange object called a black hole star, a cosmic shell where a black hole sits hidden inside a massive envelope of gas, feeding in secret while the structure glows red from the outside. But this is not isolated to the deep past. Webb has spotted overmassive black holes inside dwarf galaxies, much closer to our era, not just at the dawn of time. And get this, these black holes barely show up in X-rays, the exact signature scientists rely on to spot them. So, either they are hiding behind thick dust, or feeding in a way that breaks the rules we thought governed black hole growth everywhere, not just billions of years ago. For now, let's sit with that. If black holes really can grow this fast, this early, and this secretly, the timeline of the universe might need rewriting. The question is no longer just how the first galaxies formed. It is whether black holes were the architects all along, shaping galaxies around themselves instead of the other way around. If true, somewhere out there, hidden in plain sight, more little red dots could be waiting, each one a clue to a bigger secret about how everything began. Do you think our model of cosmic history needs to change because of this? If this kind of discovery keeps pulling you back for more, you already know where to find the next one.